Today we're going to be going over every boss's lore and bestiary entry. The only catch is that
we are switching
narrators every time we introduce a new boss.
Keep in mind we'll be making use of Occam's razor here. This means that whatever requires the least assumptions, we will interpret as truth. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the video. The Eye of Cthulhu's bestiary entry is as follows. A piece of Cthulhu ripped from his body centuries ago in a bloody war. It wanders the night seeking its host body and revenge. Like many other bosses, the Eye of Cthulhu is based upon the fictional creature Cthulhu. Cthulhu first appeared in H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Call of Cthulhu.
The Brain of Cthulhu's bestiary entry describes the boss as a piece of Cthulhu torn asunder. Vile Mastermind pulses with agony and aids the Crimson in an attempt to avenge its master. The Brain is also based on Lovecraft's Cthulhu character, while the Eater of Worlds has a mechanical counterpart. The Brain lacks this. The game's lore states that this is because the mechanic has never finished the construction on the mechanical brain.
The Eater of Worlds is a giant worm with over 300 eyeballs. Its bestiary entry is as follows. Conceived from the bottomless mouths of the corruption, this mighty abyssal worm tunnels wildly to devour all in its path. While the Destroyer is supposed to function as a mechanical version of Cthulhu's spine, the Eater of Worlds seems to simply be an angry, hungry worm.
Skeletron is a floating skeleton that guards the dungeon. The game's lore suggests that the skeleton was ripped out of Cthulhu and cursed to guard the dungeon eternally. His bestiary entry is, the disembodied bones of a former tyrant pulse with a hatred so strong, it left behind a mighty curse which guards the dungeon. We can assume that the former tyrant refers to Cthulhu himself.
The Queen Bee is a curvy mommy bee that resides in the underground jungle. Her bestiary entry reads, this highly aggressive monstrosity responds violently when her larva is disturbed. The honey-laden hives are her home turf. Her lore is fairly boring, she's just a giant bee.
The Wall of Flesh is the guardian of a pre-Hardma Terraria world. He is summoned by sacrificing the guide in lava. His bestiary entry is as follows. Serving as the world's core and guardian, the towering demon lord exists to keep powerful ancient spirits sealed away. Defeating the wall spawns the hollowed in the place of the world's guardian.
The Destroyer is a massive metal worm that serves as a recreation of Cthulhu's missing spine. His bestiary entry reads, a mechanical simulacrum of Cthulhu's spine decorated in laser-armed probes, which detach from its body when damaged.
Skeletron Prime is another recreation of Cthulhu's body parts, this time the upper half of a skeleton. His bestiary entry states, mechanically reconstructed for reviving Cthulhu. This Skeletron has more arms than ever before and a variety of fierce weapons.
The twins are the third and final piece to mechanical Cthulhu. Reanimator's bestiary entry is belonging to a pair of mechanically recreated eyes of Cthulhu. This one focuses its energy into firing powerful lasers. The fourth piece of the Mechanical Cthulhu was in construction but was never finished.
Plantera is an overgrown dragon flower that guards the jungle. She holds the key to the temple, and her bestiary entry is as follows. A dormant yet powerful floral guardian awoken by the fallout of Cthulhu's destroyed machinations. Its reach spans the entire jungle. Her name was inspired by the metal band Pantera, and her achievement is a reference to one of their songs. The song was titled The Great Southern Trendkill.
The idea of a golem was first imagined in Jewish folklore, and it describes a living being made out of mud or clay that defends its hometown from attackers. Golem's bestiary entry reads, a remarkable display of ingenuity constructed by the lizard clan. Powered by solar energy cells, it is ready to guard the temple. The golem stays true to its original folklore by defending the lizards from attackers.
The lunatic cultist is an evil sorcerer who has gained a following that pray to him seemingly infinitely. His attacks each represent a celestial pillar, and his bestiary entry reads, a fanatical leader hell-bent on bringing about the apocalypse by reviving the great Cthulhu through behind-the-scenes scheming. Defeating the cultist spawns 4 celestial pillars, including the solar pillar, the stardust pillar, the vortex pillar, and the nebula pillar.
The Moonlord is heavily suggested to be Cthulhu itself. After the Dryads banished him to the moon and ripped out his organs, he used the power from each celestial pillar to come back for one final fight. His bestiary entry is as follows. The mastermind behind all the terrors which befall the world. Freed from his lunar prison, practically a god, his power knows no limits.
Alright, thank you all for watching this video to the end. This one took me a while to research, script, and edit, so I'd appreciate your feedback. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already, and as always, have a good one.